What's good, everybody? Welcome on Crypto Wizards. My name is Jan. Welcome on today's special stream. Why today's stream is so special? It's the last stream of 2022, obviously, but also we're going to be covering BTC chart from a higher time frame perspective, so some long-term analysis. We're going to pay attention to buying levels for 2023. What is possible bottom, or what could be possible bottom for BTC chart in 2023. I'll show you my plan, what I'm expecting, absolutely for free for everybody. So this is the plan for today. Before we're gonna start, please let me know if you can hear me, let me know if you can see me, and let me know if you can see my screen. I think that everything should be running just fine, but just to make sure. Let me just check if the stream is public. I think it should be. But I'm just gonna double check this by looking at the app in a phone. Yeah, it should be public. Everything should be running just fine. So good. Okay, I'm checking the chat. Good morning. Good morning. So ready for this. All good. Perfect. So yeah, guys, I think that we can start. Few things before we're gonna actually start covering the levels. I'm doing the TA on BTC USD pair on Coinbase. Why I'm using Coinbase? Obviously, we are so used to Bybit, but today we are using Coinbase just because Coinbase can offer more data, right? So we are paying attention to the hard time frame TA. We need data back from 2015, 2016, 2017, looking for some possible bottom on a BTC chart. So yeah, with what we're gonna start? Well, we're gonna start with monthly levels, weekly levels. So I've done some TA already before the stream. I was preparing for the stream, looking for some possible levels. Basically, if you are a Wizard member, you kind of know about the level already. I did a video in back in June, I think, June or July. It was in June, I'm pretty sure. We did the TA. If you are looking for the buying level, that is still valid and still untapped. So you will know the level later in the video. So yeah, weekly, monthly levels. What are the current levels that we are paying attention to? So let's start with the levels that we have above us. Obviously, I was mentioning this area already for a few times, but 19,500, remember this level, write it down. This is going to be important resistance level. This is possible level for next bounce on a BTC chart. It's going to be very important how we're going to open in January, but 19,500 is just the level number one we need to be aware of, and I'm expecting some bounce out of this. So what are we going to do? A few things. We're going to mark this level with the box on the chart. I prepared this already, so let me just do it right now. Basically, I have like a bigger zone on a chart. If we want to be precise, which we want to be, this is the level where I would be looking to take some possible day trades, scalps, okay? This box, why it's here, why it's so big? The answer is very simple. As soon as we are still below this bigger red box, I'm still remaining more bearish. Once we're going to be above this, then we are flipping the trend clearly, and I'm going to be looking for higher targets, which I will show you later in the stream. But simply said, this is the level number one we need to be aware of. So scalp level, remember this level. I don't want to say I'm pretty sure, but I believe that we're going to hit this level in January. What can happen is we obviously will go straight to the downside, which could be the case. But I would rather see first move to the upside, hitting 19,500, 600, 700 area, and then reversing the move back again to the downside. There is one problem with this level. The problem is that it's so obvious. And if you guys know me, or if you are in a trading space for a longer period of time, You know that if you have like a really nice, obvious level on a chart, usually it gets front run or overrun. So this is kind of another reason why I'm just like extending this box a little bit more than usually. But there is some chance that simply this level is not going to be respected that well as it could be or can be, just because we have so many levels from a volume perspective, from Fibonacci perspective. I also see some people talking about this on Twitter. So just be careful. My plan, well, the first trade that I'm gonna take once we're gonna start hitting this box is gonna be based on the footprints. So I want to see absorption. I really want to see absorption. So once we're gonna start hitting this box, you want to see buyers stepping in heavily, but the price is not moving to the upside. This is the number one thing I want to see. Second thing is, and this is gonna be once I'm gonna compound my position, if we break the local market structure, which means 1 minute or 5 minute time frame, it's obviously very important if you can read the market structure correctly. So if not, then obviously check our learning section. We are covering MS here, but changing local trend to the downtrend is going to be another confirmation for a position. And I'm going to be looking for retesting 18,000, 17,000, something like this. For me, it's very hard to tell right now, because the market structure, the price action is not developed yet. So once we're going to be hitting this zone, we will have more local, more recent levels where we can possibly take profit, simply said. So yeah, this is the plan number one. This is the area number one where you need to be aware of. We are still talking about local resistances, local levels. We're going to move on to more higher time frame levels, but before we do so, let me just check the stream. Yeah, I think that everything should be working just fine. Okay, so yeah, we have the level number one. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna hide these zones for now. Let's pay attention to what else do we have here. Simply these weekly levels: 21,800, 24,300, 29,900, and we have this zone up there. This upper zone will be very, very, very important. I'll tell you why in the upcoming minutes. All of these levels that we have here on the way to the upside, they will be resistances, but I'm not expecting like a huge reversal out of them. If we're gonna start reaching to these levels, then obviously we flip the trend, right? So once we flip the trend, these levels could be possible targets, possible levels for scalps, day trading levels, but they're not going to be for building some short positions, long-term short positions. And once again, if you are here for a longer period of time, you are following me on Twitter or simply paying attention to what I'm saying in Discord, you know that I'm still in a short position from 22,500. I'm still holding this short. For me, as soon as we are holding the local structure on a daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, and not reclaiming the key levels, there is no reason to close it, to be honest. I took some profits already, so I secured the bag. Right now, as we are speaking, it's still more bearish, to be honest. So for me, there is not really a big reason why I should be closing the whole position and looking higher. Not yet. And I don't really care about, missing some percentages once the price is going to start reversing to the upside and eventually hitting the invalidation on a short or simply flipping the trend. So if this is going to happen, I need to close the position. And one could say, okay, you were in a bigger profit. Why you didn't take profit? Well, the thing is that what can happen is we're going to open in January and we're going to get this, right? And I can end up in a huge profit, but it's very hard to predict right now. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just paying attention to charts and I'm just, reacting to what I'm going to get from the charts, simply said. So yeah, still remaining short. There is not really any reason why I should feel bullish at all. Let's talk about where is going to be the change, the flip of the structure, and where is the invalidation. So once again, we are talking about a 19,500, 400-ish area, but there is more local structure that we can use. So we'll go down to the daily time frame, the level I'm paying attention to. I'm not really using this that often, the trend line with the market structure, but level right now I'm paying attention to is this blue box and this trend line. Once we're gonna get this and we clearly gonna be switching the trend, we can start looking for 19,500. So I can either collapse, 50, 60% of my current position that I have, or I can close it. I can close the whole amount. which is not really what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be collapsing the position. Like I said, 50, 60, 70% of it. It depends on momentum that we're going to get here from the short positions. And I'm going to be looking for 19,500. What I can do here is I'm going to start building another short position. So 19,500, if we're going to get the things that I was talking about, or that I was talking about a few minutes back, I'm going to start building another short, because once again, it becomes a high probability trade. So I'm going to close some position here, 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 just in case that we're not going to get the bearish scenario up there and we can blast through it. So I want to secure some profit down there, but it's very likely we're going to get some reaction from 19,500 level, like I said. So locally, this is going to be TP for me once we're going to start breaking through this. But overall, I'm still looking lower, simply said. So yeah, this is going to be the next level where you need to be cautious. What else do we have? Hard time frame, market structure change. So weekly level, 2-monthly level. I'm going to hide this and this. I can keep them the weeklies here, and it's very obvious, once again, very clearly visible. We have 2 weeklies. We have a previous high, lower high on a weekly time frame. Once we're gonna start breaking through this level with the momentum. What is momentum? Well, few ways of how you can confirm the momentum. Number 1 is simply paying attention to footprints. So you want to see buying delta stepping in with the open interest, with volume. Simply said, you want to see buying demand. If you're going to get this, then obviously we are looking higher to our next levels. I'll show you the next levels in the upcoming minutes. Overall, if you're going to stay below this blue zone on a weekly time frame, so you're going to get a move here, you can spend, 3, 4, 5 weeks up there, creating some consolidation like what we have here right now, and then impulsive movement to the downside once again. So weekly time frame. If you are here to get some investment idea, investment advice, even though I'm not a financial advisor, we are talking only demo accounts, okay? not a financial advisor, important to mention. But as soon as we are below this blue box, still wouldn't really be buying spot, to be honest. Once we're going to break the blue box, then it's a different story. You can start building some long positions on demo accounts, and you can be looking for the next levels. So let's talk about the next levels that we have above us. Well, level number 1, a weekly 29,900, we can say 30K. So this level, this zone on a chart right here, this is going to be the resistance number 1 and definitely TP number 1. So even if you are buying spot or you're going to be leverage trading this must be TP1, the 29,900. I would only enter this position once we break the weekly, the blue box here. Okay, then you can start looking for 29,900. The area where you need to be cautious, and this is simply the style of trading that we use inside Crypto Wizards, we are dynamically reacting to what's happening on a chart. If you're gonna get hit of this level, you're gonna get a swing failure pattern of this previous high here, taking out liquidity, you're going to be breaking the local structure, or you simply see, okay, we are getting some absorption, we are getting some CVD divergences, something like this. You need to be collapsing the position, or at least taking some profits, moving your stop loss to break even. You want to play this the safest way possible, simply said. Okay, so if you will see bearish reaction out of this level, you need to be aware of this. Why I have this level here? Well, obviously, it's because it can definitely reject out of this. Okay, so it's a zone where we should be paying attention to what's happening on a chart. But here, it's like a no man's zone, right? Once we're going to break 24,000, we can say 24,300. We are looking back to 20, 29, 30K. Okay, so what's next? What's after 30K? If we're going to reclaim the 30K, which, to be completely honest, I don't think that we will in 2023. And I'm still remaining more bearish. I think that this is the level for 2024, 2025 maybe. I know this sounds crazy because we got a huge volatility this year, and we went from 27K in 2021 to 69. Now huge move to the downside. So you guys are used to big volatility, huge movements on a BTC chart, but this is not really so common. It's not so often, and we should start looking for more like a normal movement. So 29,000 resistance number 1. I don't think that we're gonna hit this, but eventually, if we're gonna reclaim this level, I will start looking for, or I will start looking for 47, 46, 45. It's more of a zone on a chart. We're gonna open the high volume nodes that we have here. These levels will be also very important. So as you can see, this is the confluence number 1 with the weekly level that we have here. If anyone is wondering how I got these volume levels, well, simply zooming out using the fixed range tool and marking out the high volume nodes, the peaks on a volume profile, simply said. So yeah, what we have here, well, obviously we have the confluence 29,900 level number 1. We should be aware of 38, 30, 39 also, but once again, this is the same level as the 24. We can possibly get some reaction here, but I'm not really expecting we're gonna get the big reversal, okay? So it's not like the key level is level in between where the price can locally get some reaction out of the level. And then we have the 46, 47, 45. So we have the high volume node, we have the weekly, we also have the monthly level, 3 of them. So 44, 45, and 47. We have the most confluences are lining up around 47K, okay? If I'm gonna open these zones, you see that this is also 618 higher time frame Fibonacci. So I can show you, let me hide the TA that we have here. We're gonna keep this, and we're simply gonna pull Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low, and we have the VP 61866 around the zone. Why I got the 618 here? What I did is that I'm really expecting a move to the downside first. So I pulled the Fibonacci from the top to this green box, and as you can see here, it's giving us the confluence. And I know this is completely wrong. You obviously shouldn't do this and never do this. It's just predicting and counting with probabilities, okay? So if we're gonna get the movement to the downside, this pull will be valid. Right now, obviously, it's not valid yet because we've never hit this level, this green box yet, okay? So it's not, this is not really what you should do, but just keep in mind that once we're gonna start hitting this green box, we also have a confluence with this 618. And why I'm talking about this, well, obviously you guys probably have the idea already, but we can start looking for something like this. Let me use this tool. We can start looking for something like this, simply said, okay? So this is kind of my investment plan, what I'm planning to do with the BTC. And we started talking about the lower zone, the buying zone already. So let's stick to this. We're gonna hide the zones that we have above us for now. And I will explain why I feel that this is the next opportunity for buying BTC. Let me just check what's happening with the stream, if it's working. Yeah, it should be. Everything should be fine. All right. So let's start talking about level. Monthly, weekly, back again. We have 11,600 monthly number 1, 10,250 weekly, 7,555 is another monthly level. I call this level Wizard's level. What's a Wizard's level? This is the one specific level where I'm looking to buy the biggest amount of Bitcoins. I'm not going to show you this level on a stream. It's going to be pure, just for Wizard members. So if you are a Wizard member, stay tuned. I will send you this level after the stream. But if you are not, then I will still show you the bigger area where BTC is likely to get some bounce, okay? So this level is the one level that is strongest on a chart, but the level I'm going to show you, I'm not saying that I'm going to be buying only in the Wizards level. My plan is to start buying from this monthly up there and simply averaging my position, because it's very hard to tell where it's going to get a bounce exactly. So 11,000, this is going to be the zone number 1 where I'm going to be looking to buy Bitcoins on demo account. Okay, we are talking just about the demo accounts, of course, only for educational purposes here. So this monthly, this is the level number 1 where I'm planning to buy the first contracts, the first Bitcoins. 11,655. Once we're going to get to this level, I'm not expecting this, okay? Just to make sure, I don't think we're gonna get immediately reaction to the upside. It's gonna be more like this, right? Spending some time here. It can take weeks. It can take months. I'm not expecting to take it for like years. Not really, but we can definitely spend 8, 10, 12 months down there. Okay, so the plan is. This is obviously gonna be the smallest order I'm gonna have here. Okay, so this is the smallest. And I'm not talking about 2, 3, 5 orders. I want to place like 15, 20 orders in there and simply start averaging my position once we're going to start hitting this. And I'm not really talking about long positions from a day trading perspective. This is going to be purely like an investment. Okay, so, I said this in a group that right now in 2022, I'm sitting on like a more cash. So I'm not really exposed to market, because obviously everyone is saying start investing, start getting into whatever it is, S&P, crypto, doesn't really matter. The thing you need to realize, not every time is a good time to start investing, definitely not. And this year you don't see any big confluences, you don't really see any big reasons why the market should go to the upside. So if you start investing this year, then obviously you are heavily down now. And one could say, okay, but the easiest way what I can do is start DCA, dollar cost average, which is absolutely right. But if you do this, then most likely you are not watching my channel. So if you are here, you are like more into in-depth, investing, trading, whatever it is. So we're gonna do it in a little bit different way. That's why I started, selling BTCs, and I'm just like accumulating a cash right now and waiting for my opportunity to come. So the ultimate plan, like I said, start DCA down there. What's gonna be the TP1 on the position here? Well, the TP1 must be this 19,020K area. So basically what we can say is this zone up there, this is going to be the place where I'm going to be taking the first profits if we're going to get there. Obviously, what can happen is we can get a move to the downside. Do I think that we're going to get a move to $1,500, something like this on a BTC? No, not really. Okay, so obviously use some risk management, but it's not really likely. And we are talking in a probabilistic way. You just need to count with the probabilities. Do we have a lot of probabilities we're gonna get below 5K, 4K? Maybe, but I don't think that we're not gonna spend like a long time down there. We're still gonna get eventually movement to the upside, most likely. So yeah, the 19,000 is gonna be the TP1. Am I planning to collapse like a huge amount of it? The plan is 30-40%. Okay, so it depends on how much you're gonna buy here, but 30, 40, maybe 50%. That's like the way I would go for. Okay, what's after this? Well, obviously we are still looking for the 29, 46. So this is the plan where I'm looking to buy. But what if we're not gonna go to the downside? Because this is also possible scenario and it can happen, right? So we need to be prepared. The number one thing you need to always be doing in investing, trading, whatever you do with your money, you just need to have a plan for scenario A, scenario B, and possibly C, right? So what's the plan B? The plan A, we are going to the downside, hitting the buying zone, accumulating BTCs, looking higher. What's the plan B? The plan B is we're not going to go to the downside. We're going to get bullish news in January, which let's pay attention to this right now. What are the dates where we can start looking for some movement to the upside? Well, in January, I'm talking just about January. CPI from December 2022, that's going to be on 12th of January, I believe. So let's go to the daily time frame. 12th of January. Yes. And this is Thursday. So CPI, if we're going to get a bullish result, then we can start possibly looking for, the volatility injection, the first impulsive movement, aggressive movement, buyers stepping in, changing the local structure, targeting higher. The second important date, or 2 days actually, is the FOMC meeting. FOMC, January 2023. and this is on 25th and 26th. Let me just zoom into 25th, which is Wednesday and Thursday. So be aware of these levels. This is the zone, the second zone from the date perspective, where we can get some possible impulsive movements to the upside or to the downside. So we'll be obviously deciding what's next, if the plan A or the plan B. But overall, let's talk about probabilities. I still believe we have much more probabilities to go to the downside, simply said. Okay, that's why I'm more inclined to the plan A, and also this comes with the plan B. If we actually gonna reclaim the local structure, which means that with the plan B, I'm gonna be looking for this, breaking the blue box, getting the momentum, getting a lot of volume, getting the real buyers. And I don't want to see shorts closing. I want to see big players accumulating positions. So preferably, some CVD divergences, something like this. You just want to see a demand in buying. And this is kind of the thing that I started using recently. But I'm looking for these impulsive candles. So I want to see like something like this once we are breaking through the structure, right? Something like this, this, and this. You don't want to see like a choppy, slow movement. What a slow movement is showing you? Well, is there a big interest in buying? Well, probably not if the price is just like chopping around, right? But if you're going to get quick, impulsive movement, then you can clearly say, okay, there's a high demand. There's a big chance, big likelihood that we actually going to break through the level. So the plan that I have is I want to see impulsive candle with the momentum, with the volume. Once this is going to happen, I'm going to start buying somewhere around here, targeting this level as a TP1. Okay, that's the plan that I have. To be completely honest, I'm not going to use the amount of money, of the cash that I'm planning to, that I'm planning to use down there. Okay, so if I'm planning to use X amount of cash down there, I'm going to use, let's say, only 50% of X amount of cash up there, okay? Just because it's not so high probability. 50, 60%. It's up to you, obviously. It depends on how much or if you want to be exposed to the market a lot or not. It's up to you, but this is the plan that I have. Up there, it's not so high probability, but down there it is, right? So this is the plan that I have. Overall, 2023, I'm expecting movement to the downside. Overall, economic will get into recession, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not a fundamental analyst at all. I'm using TA mostly. The fundamentals are giving me ideas when we can get the potential, volatility injection. But yeah, that's the plan. So what do you guys think? I think that I showed everything I wanted to. We have only 8 people watching, and this sucks because usually when I do just like some stupid Q&A stream, I have 30 members or 30 people watching the stream. Now I'm actually showing my plan, which these streams, we have them for paid members inside the Wizards, and we have only 7 people watching. But we'll see in 2024. I will show you the stream once we see how it played out, and I'm gonna brag on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere, and I'm gonna tell you should have been watching the stream. But this is the plan that I have. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you kind of have the same plan. I'm just checking Discord if you have anything important inside the chat. Probably not really. So yeah, guys, I really want to know if you have a similar plan, if you have a completely different plan, and maybe to what other assets you are planning to invest. So yeah, but this is it. I hope that the stream is running. I think that it is, but I'm not getting any response from you. The thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower my desk, now standing. Okay, so yeah, this is it. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna check what's happening on a Euro USD locally. Because I was actually shorting the Euro earlier today. Sorry, long in. I was planning to short, but I've never got the entry confirmation, unfortunately. But Euro is still likely to go lower, to be completely honest, from what I see here. It's just gonna take some time. Let's check the DXY. The XY looks more bearish to me on intraday basis. And Euro breaking the local structure. But we are just about to hit the VWAP. You know, you don't really want to be shorting into VWAP, even though I think that we're going to break through it eventually. But the VWAP is definitely support you need to be aware of. Stream is good, okay. So yeah, I think I'm going to collapse it actually. Because the plan for today was to simply talk about where I'm planning to buy in 2023. You guys have the plan now. So this is what we wanted to do. That's all. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for participating on stream. I would really appreciate if you can share this to your friends, share this to, you know, your Facebook, your socials. That would help me a lot. If you want to be part of the Wizards team, you want to get these updates on a weekly basis, then obviously you'll find a link below. But most importantly, you can learn here how we use our CA, what tools do we use, what strategies we use, and so on. But you can find more info on our website. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for participating on a stream. Enjoy your New Year's Eve and see you probably on Sunday in the TA. I'm still not sure if I'm going to actually do it because I think a lot of people will have hangover and so on. I'm not going to be drinking, so I'll be fine. But I'm going to let you know if you are a Wizard member. I'm going to let you know if the stream will be on or not. This is it for today. Once again, thanks for watching and see you next time.